Class, so good to see you. Just heads up, for some reason my iPad was charging, but it's not fully charged. I only have 19% of it. In the event that we lose power, I will go on my phone on the Zoom. So it might mean, I don't know, that you have to log in again with your code. We'll see how it goes. So for today's class, good morning. We're gonna need a chair, a Pilates ball that is deflated a little, a tennis ball, a block, and a couple of weights. If you don't have weight, you can use your own body's weight, making fist, or a water bottle or a can. The weights that I have are anywhere between 2 to 3 pounds, okay? We will get started on the floor. Your knees, the back of your knees are gonna be over the chair, and the soft ball is gonna be around your lumbar. So your glutes will be off the floor. So you might, for some of you, you can put your feet through the back of the seat if you have space in between. And then some of you may need a block under the head. So your glutes are in the air. The crease of the back of your knee is on the edge of the chair. And then start swaying your hips to the right and to the left. Allow your body to relax, your chest. As you swing your hips to the right and left, gently keep the pressure on the ball. And notice which side has a little bit more pronunciation or more sensations. Allow your movement to slow down a little bit over time and then put a little more pressure on the ball. If one side has a little more sensations, maybe you stay a little longer on that side and allow that tissue to adapt to the ball. And don't be afraid to put pressure on the ball. This is how you really allow the tissue to sink all the way down towards the bones and to reach the dry tissue, typically very deep within. Good. And now slowly bring your feet over the chair and then move your feet off the chair to the side. Move the ball from your low back. Feet on the floor, take a moment, feel the heat. And you might even notice the vibrations, the tingly sensation in your body. Good. Push the chair a little bit out of your way. And now take the ball between your palms, extend it towards the ceiling. Bend the elbows sideways and take the ball towards the crown of your head. Keep your frontal ribs down and then extend your arms over your head any amount. Bend the elbows, ball goes to the crown of your head. And now pull the elbows to the right and left. And then extend your arms over your head any amount. If you feel any tension, try to breathe into that. Bend the elbows, ball to the crown of your head, pull the elbows towards the floor. Expand your chest. There's a little bit of a back bend here. And then extend your arms, straighten your arms. One last time. Bend the elbows, ball to the crown of your head. Press the ball to the crown of your head, like you're putting a hat on. Pull the elbows. Breathe into that space and then extend your arms over your head. Take the ball to your right hand, big circle all the way down. Move the ball to the left hand, big circle over your head. Try to graze the floor. Pass it over to the right hand, all the way down. And I go the other way, ball on your right hand, big circle up and over your head. Pass the ball to the left and all the way down. Nice. Take the ball between your thighs. Bring as best as you can your big toes towards one another and circle your heels to the right and left. So your knees are in, your toes are in, your heels are out. Press your palms alongside your body. Inhale. Squeeze the ball. Keep your hips down, but squeeze the ball and your pelvic floor is squeezing, like you're wrapping your outer glutes towards the midline. Breathe in here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Almost visualize you're trying to squeeze a pencil between your cheeks, your butt cheeks. Inhale. Exhale, bring your outer glutes towards the midline. Suck it up, keep your hips down. Button your pants, so squeeze your belly towards the midline, like you're trying to squeeze a pair of jeans, 2 inches too tight, and then zip it up, and then slowly release. Wiggle your hips. You might feel you're stressing the SI joint and breaking any connective tissue there. Inhale one more time. Exhale, squeeze your outer glutes towards the midline. And now lift your hips, 1, 2, 3. Keep your ribs on the floor, but lift your glutes and your low back. Keep it there. Squeeze your inner thighs. For 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your tailbone, lower. 1 and 2 and 3. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze your outer glutes. Lift your tailbone, lift your sacrum, lift your low back. Keep breathing in here. Breathe. Now lift your hips 1 inch and lower. Your toes are in, your heels are out. Don't lift too high where your low back takes over. Only lift until you feel your glutes are in a good place. Lift. Lower 1 inch. Lift and hold it here. Lower 1 inch. Lift and hold. Now listen. Visualize you have a band between your big toes, and now you're pulling the band so your toes are off the floor. Sway your toes to the right and left, and now bring your big toes together, lower 1 inch. Lift your hips 1 inch. Pull those toes to the right and to the left. Ooh, you might get a cramp. Bring your toes towards one another, lower 1 inch. Lift your hips 1 inch. Pull your toes to the right and left. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet to neutral. Lengthen your tailbone, lower. 1, 2, and 3. Sway your hips on the floor. Good. This time, turn your toes out and your heels are in. Still having your ball in there. Inhale. On the exhale, lift your tailbone, lift your sacrum, lift your low back. Squeeze the ball. Release a little. Squeeze the ball in. Feel. Release a little. Squeeze and hold. Release. Squeeze and hold. Release. Squeeze and hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring your toes to neutral. Lengthen your hips, lower 1, 2, 3. Get rid of the ball. Open the soles of your feet together and open your knees to the right and left. Lift your right knee halfway up and press it down like you're pressing on a ball. Lift your left knee up halfway. Press it down like you're pressing down on a ball. Now try, most likely you'll find yourself being on your tailbone. Try to lift your tailbone up so you're on your sacrum. And then lift your right knee up and lower down. Stay on your sacrum so you're not doing an anterior tilt. Lift your left knee up and lower down. Squeeze your inner thighs. Shake it off. Shake, 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 shake. Right and left. Drop your knees. Very nice. Take the ball to your left thigh with your right hand. The ball to your left thigh. Lift your left thigh off the floor. Shin parallel. Look at your ankle, look at your knee, look at your thigh or your hip all aligned together. Right hand on the ball. Press your left palm alongside your body for now. Push the floor down with your sacrum. Push the floor down with your sacrum. Lift your right leg slow to 90 degrees. Stay here or push your right leg out, but do not lose your sacrum. Like I said, don't compromise. Stay with your bent knee if you need to. Look at your feet, align them together. And now take your left hand behind your head. Shoulders are down, elbow in. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, lift your chin. Breathe here for 3. Press your sacrum down for 2. And 1. Drop your head down, drop your right leg down. Take a little rest, drop your left foot. Wiggle your hips. So you have options. If you lost your sacrum and you're arching your low back more than it should be, then back off a little bit. Inhale, press the floor, lift your left leg slow. Press your thigh to your ball and press your hand to the ball. Hand behind your head, inhale. Corset your abdomen, lift your right leg slow, parallel. Spread your toes, stay here or extend your leg, any amount. Quad muscles are active. Lift your shoulders, breathe here and lift your chin. Your chin is gazing up. Breathe, depress the shoulders for 3. Breathe 2 and 1. Slowly lower your head, lower your feet, rest. Breathe. Inhale. Depress the shoulders. Lift your left leg with resistance. Spread your toes. Inhale here. Exhale. Lift your right leg slow. Sacrum glued to the floor. Stay here or extend your right leg. Lift your shoulders off the floor. Lift your chin up, up, up. Breathe in here. With your next breath, take the ball outside of your left knee. Reach all the way to the left, but depress the shoulder. And now lift your chin. Reach up a little higher. Lower 1 inch. Lift your torso up. Lower 1 inch. Lift your torso up for 3. Depress the right shoulder for 2. Lift a little higher. Ooh, come back home and rest. Drop your knees over to the right. Maybe a ball under your right knee. Lengthen your hips, lengthen your knee. Breathe into those obliques and abdominal muscles. For some of you, your left arm is over your head. Just find a lateral stretch. Breathe. Come back center. Change. Left hand takes the ball. Lift your right leg up. Spread your toes. Right hand alongside your body for now. Depress the shoulders. Look at your ankle, your knee, your hip. Inhale. Squeeze your inner thighs. Press that sacrum on your tailbone. Change that, because that changes the whole dynamic. Take your hand behind your head. Elbow in, you're gazing up. Depress the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, press down to lift your left leg slow. Stay here or push your leg through molasses. Quad muscles are active. Stay here or lift your shoulders. Chin is up. Draw the elbow down for 4. Breathe 3. Breathe 2. And 1. Bend your left leg. Drop your head and drop your right leg. Take a little rest. I encourage you to always feel, if you're challenged, where are you challenged, but don't be in your head. Try very hard not to stay in a little bubble, a dark bubble in your head, because then you don't realize where you really need to focus on. So inhale, elbow in, chin is up, lift your right leg, resist the ball. Spread your toes. Sacrum down. Notice, everyone, go to your tailbone, so push your hips down. Notice what that does to your low back. And now press the center of your sacrum and notice the stability here. Lift your left leg up slow. Push the left leg out or not. Lift your shoulders, gaze up. Breathe here for 4. Breathe 3. Press the leg to your ball. 2, 1. Lower everything down. Take a little rest. Inhale, last one. Lift your right leg up. Shoulders down. Sacrum on the floor. Lift your left leg up. Extend the left leg out. Lift your shoulders, lift your chin. This time, grab the ball with your left hand, take it to the right. Lift your chin again. Now lift up 1 inch and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and hold. And lower, last one. Lift and hold. Lower, come all the way down. Drop your knees to the left. Maybe the ball goes under the left thigh. Reach your right arm over your head if that's available for you, and breathe to the right side of your body. Stretch out those obliques, abdominal muscles. And slowly come back center. And we're gonna, woo, ha 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 ha. Got heated here. All right. So we're gonna come back to our chair now. Let me look at my battery. I changed. Okay. 17%. So for now, you're gonna take your chair. We're gonna turn the chair so the handle, the back is towards you. And then you have the block, what do we call that? Vertical, I guess, or if you look at it, it's horizontal. So the narrow part is towards your chair, okay? Take the ball of your foot with your left foot. Right foot is forward. The ball of your left foot is on the block. And your left hand is grabbing the back of your chair. Inhale. Lift your right heel up. Breathe here. Now notice, look at your toes. Make sure that you're not favoring the inner or the outer. So you're pressing, ooh, yeah, when you correct it, it becomes wobbly. Breathe in here. Now drop your right heel down and lift your left heel up. Again, notice if you're favoring the pinky side, try to stay even. So your left foot is facing the chair. Lower your left heel down, lift your right heel up. Whoa, yeah. Breathe here. Whew. I don't know why this is creating imbalance. Lift your heel more than you think you should. Your right heel, drop your left heel down. You're just touching with your fingertips on the chair. Challenge yourself. Yeah, this is going all the way to your hips and it's resetting everything. Then drop your right heel down slow. Lift your left heel high. Go to the ball of your foot. Articulate all those bones in your foot. We have 26 bones. Some people have 27, but majority of us 26. Okay, drop the left heel down. Only your fingertips touching, lift your right heel. Squeeze your inner thighs. Oh, some of you want more? Bring your hands off the chair. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Keep breathing for 4. That's the glutes are working. For 4, for 3. Woo. Press your feet evenly. 2 and 1. Slowly lower the heel. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Maybe you don't need a chair now. Maybe you're progressing to 1 finger on the chair if you need it. But those glutes are working. Keep breathing. Slowly lower the heel. Lift your right heel up. Ooh. Squeeze your inner thighs. Notice if you're pressing the pinky side, press everything evenly and notice how that changes the dynamics. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Ay, ay, ay. How you doing? Did you feel that? Okay. Let's see if you can see me better here. All right. Change it up. Move the chair the other way. So keep space between the block and the chair and between your right foot and your left foot. Okay, the ball of your right foot on the chest, spread your toes. Notice if your right heel is sickling to the right or to the left. Try to align the center of your heel with your second, third toe. Okay, right fingertips on the ball. Left foot is straight up, inhale. Exhale, drop your right heel down, lift your left heel up. Squeeze those inner thighs. Hip points are facing forward. Ooh. Squeeze, you have this imaginary ball. Okay, look at your right knee. It has to be aligned with your second toe, Cindy. Yes. Ooh. Lift. Right knee is straight, pressing the heel down. Left heel comes up. That's where you're going to throw your balance. Hip points are facing forward. And I do the opposite. Drop your left heel down. Lift your right heel high. Notice where your right knee is. Squeeze it in. Breathe. Slowly lower down. Inhale, fingertips on the chair, maybe 1. Lift your left heel, drop your right heel down. Breathe. Press your left foot evenly. Maybe you lift your hands off the chair. Woo. So everything is working here. Your inner thighs are active. The left heel, press the ball of your foot evenly for 2 and 1. Lower your left heel, pause. Oh my goodness, inhale. With the chair or not, lift your right heel high. Keep breathing, articulate, 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 yes. Notice if your heel is dropping to the right, keep it even. And then notice why that might be difficult. Good, now drop your right heel, look at it. Lift your left, lift your left heel high. Maybe with or without the chair. I'm making fist because it helps me more. But drop that right heel down to the floor. That's where you're gonna throw your balance. Yeah, right knee is straight. Right knee is straight. Ooh, I'm wobbling all over. So breathe here. Drop the right heel down. Lift your left heel high. For 3, 2, and 1. My goodness, slow it down and rest. Shake your hips off. Okay, so now, just watch for a moment. I'm gonna give you options. You're gonna be on the right. Your right foot is on the block and I'm about a good foot and a half away from the chair. Right foot, the amount of your big toe, little toe, center of your heel. If you have a very big foot, don't worry about your toes hanging out, but watch first. I'm gonna bend my right knee and lift my left leg in a straight line, lift the chest. And now look what I'm gonna do. The first option, take your left foot back behind you and now bend your left knee towards the floor. Don't touch though. Lift your chest. Now push with the chair, come forward, lift your leg up. Okay? Glutes are active. Chest open. Take your left foot behind you as you bend your right knee. Bend your knee, maybe your hands come off the chair. Lengthen your tailbone. Lengthen your tailbone, lift your chest. Push with your right glute, tap the chair, lift your left leg up. Straighten your elbows. If you're one of those that hyperextends, micro bend in your right knee. Good. Lift, take your weight way back, bend the right knee. Tap the floor. With or without the chair, bend your left knee. Breathe. Woo! For 4. Breathe 3. Remember, your discomfort is only temporary. Push, come up, and lift your left leg. Oh, can you feel those glutes? Okay, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Try not to touch the floor. Touching the floor is easier, believe it or not. Take your foot back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your chest. Bend that left knee. Draw the shoulders in. Hover your left knee for 4, 3, any amount. Use the chair if you need to. Push with your right glute and lift your left leg up. Slowly lower down, take a little rest. Woo. Okay, find one weight in your right hand, or for some of you, you can cross your weights in one hand, okay? Left leg behind you, right leg still on the block. Micro bend in your right knee. Okay, you're on the ball of your left foot. Bend your elbow, bicep. Oh, let me see if I can bring this up a little more. Okay, glutes are active, bicep, draw the right hip back, and then straighten your right knee and take your hand behind you for triceps. Inhale. Bicep, come to your tippy toes, bend your right knee. And now push to your triceps, straighten your right leg. Square those hips. Bend your knee, maybe one weight if you need to. Bicep. Straighten your leg, take it behind your triceps. Widen your collarbone. Bend your knee, biceps. Take it behind you. Straighten both legs. Option, left hand to your hip. Bend your right knee, drop your left heel, bicep. Stay here. Lower down with control. You can always use the chair, glutes active. Bicep, breathe and bend. Draw the right hip back. Lower. Bicep. And lower. Take your left hand to your chair. Take your arm now and pull it back. Lower halfway, stay. Widen your collarbone, take it back. And lower. Lengthen, hold. Lower. Lengthen, hold. Lower. Last one. Lengthen and hold. Lower. Take a little rest. Good job. Take the block to the left side. Drop your weights down. Ball of the left foot. Big toe, little toe, center of your heel. Find the hands. Take your right leg behind you. Lift your chest up. Square your hips. Inhale. Lift your right leg up. Lift your chest. Take that right leg way behind you. Lengthen your tailbone, lower that knee, lift your chest. Don't touch the floor. Don't touch, lengthen your tailbone. Is the right glute active? Ask yourself. Push through the left glute. Lift your right leg up. And breathe. Bend your left leg, take your right leg behind you. Lengthen your tailbone. Lower, lower. Chest open, bend the right knee. Bend and lift your chest. Through the left glute. Push through the left glute. Remember, it's only temporary, but this is an investment. Lift your right leg up. With or without the chair, take your right leg back. Lengthen your tailbone, bend your knee, and lift your arms. Look at your left knee, align it with your second, third toe. Please don't compromise. Use the chair if you need to. Find your fingertips, lift your right leg up. Your heart rate will go up here. 2 more. Inhale. Tap your right foot. With or without the chair, lengthen your tailbone, sit up. Shoulders over your hips. That's how you open those hip flexors. For 3, 2, there's a stretch in your quad muscles. Through the left glute, push, come forward, lift. Oh, last one, inhale. Lengthen your leg. Lengthen your tailbone, lift your chest up. The more your hip flexors are open, the more your chest is going to be up. Breathe here. Maybe you're just hovering. Don't compromise. 3 and 2 and 1. Slowly push. Oh, All right, take a little rest. Sit on your chair for a moment. Ay, ay, ay. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. So one more side to do. Now, where you feel discomfort, I constantly tell you, make friends with your knees and your ankles and your hips and your shoulders. Don't run away from discomfort. I promise you, if you visit it again and again and again, they're going to start to cooperate with you because you're allowing them to be stressed in a good way. You're allowing them to break into all connective tissue. You're allowing the synovial fluid and the blood flow, and more importantly, the mobility, the function. We're trying to savor the function of the body, what it's supposed to do. We're not forcing it to do something it's not supposed to do. We're just trying to keep our youth as long as we can. And this is the work. There's no easy way. So here we are. Find your weights, 1 or 2. Right hand on the ball. The ball of your right foot is behind you. Square your hips. Bend your left knee and then bicep. Bend the left elbow. Left elbow. And then straighten your left leg and triceps. Pull that arm behind you. Square those hips, right hip forward. Now your leg is straight. If that's hard for you, then bend your knee. Bend your left knee, bicep. Breathe. Straighten your left leg, tricep. Widen your collarbone. Micro bend in your knee if you hyperextend. Bend your left knee. Biceps. Triceps, straighten your left leg. Your right leg stays straight the whole time. Bend your left elbow. Biceps. Take it back behind you. Okay, we do without the chair. Bend your left knee, right hand to your hip. Lower slow. Glutes are active. Bend your elbow. Lower slow. Still keep the engagement. Don't lose it. Push and come out. Lower slow. Ooh. Push and come up. Lower slow. Push and come up. Lower slow. Push and come up. Right fingertips on the chair. Take your arm behind you and bend the elbow. Push behind you. Widen your collarbone. Bring it back. Widen. And bend. Widen. Push back and bend. One last time, extension, push it back, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Okay, good job. Okay, so sit on a chair. Take the ball behind your mid-back. So that's gonna keep your shoulders over your hips. Take one block and put your feet down if you have shorter legs. Put your palms with your weights upright. And for a moment, notice your front lower ribs are going down. Notice how, without depending on the ball, how stable your mid-back is. So if you move the ball from there, you will feel that alignment. Your inner thighs are active. All the body parts will work now. They're there for you. Keep your weights upright. Inhale. And a flexion of the shoulder, lift up, and notice your mid-back. Do not depend on the ball. Don't crush the ball. You're barely touching it. And then lower it down, slow. I again invite you, notice what comes up as you travel slow. What body part coming active? Notice how your mid-back, hopefully you're feeling that, where the ball is stabilized. Make friends with that. Lower down, both hands on your thighs, always, both hands. Palms are facing up. Inhale, shoulders down. Lift your left hand up. Breathe slow. Lower. Inhale. Right comes up. Notice what comes up. Make friends with it. Sometimes you feel your body is crooked, okay? But you are in the right train, so try to remember that. And then lower down. This is important, especially if you have scoliosis, like some of us do. Inhale, those are your train tracks. Lift your left hand and notice how that feels. Breathe. Lower down with control. Inhale. Lift your right arm up. Lower down. Good. Take your palms facing each other. Your weights are touching each other. Inhale. And now you're lifting your weights to your chin. Lift your spine with you. And then push it down the elevator. Inhale. Exhale. And nothing is noodly here. Every part in your body is active. And then pull with resistance. Too fast somewhere there. I think it's Vicky. Go slow. Lift it up like you're really fighting for it. That's how you find those little fibers that needs attention. And then push with resistance like you're pushing a ball. Push with resistance. Inhale. Push it up slow, slow. Elbows up, 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 up. Lift, 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 lift. Lift your shoulder blades up. And press it down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift, lift, lift. Vicky, I'm going to give you a speeding ticket. Go down, do it again. Slow, slow. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Push, 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 and rest. Good job. Shoulder rolls. Wiggle your ball. Good. Now, take your palms on your upper thighs, shoulders broad. Open your arm to the right, to the left. And at external rotation, turn your thumb back. Turn your thumb forward. Bend the elbow and come down to your thigh. Inhale, extend your right arm. Plug the arm in, turn your thumb back. Flossing that shoulder joint, keep your chest upright. Turn your thumb down, bend the elbow, and come down. Inhale, left. Notice I love to do sometimes isometric and isolation, like one arm. Notice how this feels, and then external rotation, turn the thumb back. So you're also flossing the shoulder, but also the shoulder blade underneath. There's the subscapularis. It's the muscle that is between the back of your shoulder and your rib cage. That gets stuck in there. So we're trying to mobilize that. Bring the thumb down, bend the elbow, and come down. Breathe here, inhale, last one. Open to the left, to the right, to the right. Turn your thumb back. Down. And bend. Okay, now we're reaching like overhead press. Lift, bend your elbows in a cactus. Use your own strength like you have 30 pounds in each arm. Okay, and then lift up. Reach, lift your rib cage. Lift your shoulder blade up, 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 up. And then pull like you're pulling a big string down. Right arm, lift and push it up. Form your shoulder blade, lift it to the top of the tree. Keep lengthening. This is beautiful stretch also for your lats and the erector spinae, the muscles along the spine, and then bend it. Left, reach. Breathe. Ooh, nice. Keep mobilizing. Lift a little higher from your rib cage, from your shoulder blade. Breathe into the rib cage and then pull it down. Inhale, exhale, right, lift and push. Push, 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 push. For 3, breathe 2, 1, slowly bend. Okay, 2 together, inhale, don't be sloppy. Push with control. Lift, up, up, up. Now bicep to your ear. Lift a little higher, create space where the ball is. And now pull it down. And then kiss your elbows together. Good, Lori. Open. Push over your head. Biceps to your ear, lengthen your spine. Breathe into your back ribs. That's a great stretch. Bend the elbows and squeeze it in. Stay here. Lift your right elbow up a little. Pull it down with resistance. Left elbow up a little. Pull it down. Right, little. And lower. And left. Pull. Last one, right. What do you feel? Lower. Left. Oh, okay, we did arms for the whole week. Woo! Get rid of those weights. Feel free, take the ball wherever feels good, and then take your hands on your thighs, and then slowly, slowly bring your chest, long torso, bring your chest over your thighs. Maybe you grab the outer shins with your hands, shoulders depressed, and then lengthen. Core is active. And now resist your shins to your hands. Breathe into your spine, like you're opening your spine like a zipper. Core active. And now ever so slowly, come all the way up and drag your hands with you to your thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Glide your hands down from the creases of your hips. Lengthen your chest forward. Lengthen, core active. Chest over your thighs. Take your hands outside of your shins. Push your shoulders back and down. Now resist your shins to your hands. Breathe in here. Some of you can take your hands behind your calf and cross your arms over the shins, and then round the spine and resist your shins to your hands. Depress the shoulders. Remember, your core is active here. Breathe into that back body, decompressing. Every breath, pause. Ever so slowly release. Oh, and come up and see it. Woo! Slowly come up. You have your chair, left leg rest on the chair in a 90-degree angle. Take your left forearm to your thigh, your right toes are out, and now take your right hand behind your head like so. Just fingertips, inhale. And now exhale, bring your right elbow towards the chair. Draw the left hip back. Breathe, your hips are going backwards, but your ribcage is coming forward. And then slowly push and come up. Inhale. Here we are, like so. Exhale, lift your torso tall, and now rotate your right ribcage to the back of your chair. Gaze to the left, draw the left hip back. Breathe. Slowly come up and release. Okay, heel to your right, foot to the right, and now lift your left toes. Take your hands to your hips, and now bend your right knee and shift your weight back. For some of you, you can use a block on the floor to give you stability. Okay, but you energetically dragging the left heel towards your left sit bone. Bend your right knee, core is active. And then when you get fatigued, push and come all the way up, straighten. Inhale, bend your right knee, draw your hips back, stretch it out. Nice to have the block on the floor on the tall setting. Keep energetically drag the left heel to your left sit bone. Chest is long. Slowly come up. Don't wait for me. If you get fatigued, bend and straighten way more often. Last time, inhale. Shift your hips back like you're sitting on a chair. Find your block. Breathe here. Draw the left hip to the back wall. Beautiful stretch for all the attachments. And now slowly come up. This time, turn your toes down. And now bend your knee. Take the blocks in front of you. And then shift your hips back. So you're kind of like doing a side lunge here, variation. Some of you can take your hands to your right thigh if that feels better. But shift your weight back. Don't put your weight on your right knee. Just shift your hips back more. Slowly push and come up. And have a seat. Take a little rest. Ooh. Take a moment. Internally, you're giving yourself a massage. Even though you felt the work and all of that, your wisdom tells you, I need to go through the deep end because I know this is an investment for me. All right? So you're breathing in and you give it love. After you've done the hard work, you just internally visit what you did. Side B, here we go. "90 degrees, don't need the block now. Right forearm on your thigh. Left hand, bend your right knee, mama, bend your right knee. Left hand, fingertips behind your head. Glutes are active. Inhale, lift your torso tall. Exhale, elbow towards the seat. Draw the right hip back. Breathe. Poke that tissue like a big balloon. And then slowly come up. Inhale. Fingertips behind you. Exhale, lift your chest, travel. Breathe, draw the right hip back like you're squeezing, you're wringing out your body. Left quad is active. Slowly come up. Good job. Heel toe your left foot to the left. Lift your right toes. Find your block if you need it. Inhale. And then exhale, bend your left knee. You have your block or your thigh, and I drag. Your toes are up. Drag the right heel towards your right sit bone. Shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Slowly come up. Take the block with you. Inhale. From the creases of your hips, bend your left knee, chest forward. Step one. Step two, lift those right toes to the right and drag that heel. Scoot those hips back. Relax the shoulders. Now you're looking into this inner thigh, around your thigh, wherever it is that you feel. Look at it and breathe. And I feel a little shaky on the left leg because it's already fatigued. And then slowly push and come up. Good job. Toes are down on your chair. Inhale. Exhale, core active. Bend your left knee, scoot your hips back. Scoot back, scoot back. Breathe in. Draw the shoulders back. Draw the hips back. Draw the right sit bone back. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the block, come up. One more time only. Inhale. From the creases, exhale, bend the knee, draw the right hip back. Quad muscles active, shoulders back, chest forward. Keep drawing the right sit bone to the back wall. Slowly push and come up, have a seat. Oh, your legs might feel very noodly right now. Ooh. Give them a little massage. Okay, good. So, let me see here. Okay, we're doing good. All right, so we had a couple of people had to leave earlier. So we're gonna go down to the floor. You're gonna find your Pilates ball, your tennis ball, your block. No more chair. Okay, so you're gonna take the Pilates ball is gonna go under your hip / waistline. So scoot it as far down on the right side as you possibly can, okay? And then you're gonna take the block on the medium setting, right under your armpit. So you're gonna feel a bony part in there. Your left hand goes behind your head. You can bend your knees together. You can extend your top leg. Left hand behind your head. And then you're just gonna go over the block. And feel free to stay in one place if you feel like, oh, that's great. Use your breath as a force to unwind that tissue. And then go backwards. And go forward. And breathe, go slow. Breathe in and breathe out. Connect wherever you are. This is all connecting to your cervical spine, to your shoulder blades, to your pecs, to your ribs, to your hips. So this is like a really good deal here. And sometimes you find the spot, just go forward and back 1 inch only, little. Okay, slowly release. Take the block under your head now and slide your right arm in front of the block. You're still on that ball. Make sure that it's grounded good and it's right around your waistline, give or take. Left hand can go over your head. Now you also have your tennis ball. Listen, it's gonna go towards the outer bottom knee, above the knee, not on the knee, but right there. So if you took your 4 fingers and you wanted to grab the top of your knee, where your 4 fingers are, that's where the ball is gonna be. And there are some pressure points there, so it's not gonna feel amazing, but it's necessary. Your left hand can go over your head. You can also bend and straighten your right leg if you want more sensations. Make it individual. Notice where you are. You can keep your legs straight. You can circle your ankle. Keep the pressure on your objects. Breathe. Notice if you're holding tension in your body, change it. Now listen, we're gonna bend the right leg and we're gonna scoot the right leg under the left leg, so now the left knee bends. You're gonna come up to adjust, but the Pilates ball is going towards the front of your hip, the front of the iliacus here. That's where your psoas is. There's a lot going on in there, and we don't wanna ignore it. Just go slow. So lift your hips, scoot that ball under the right front of your thigh. You're still under your hand, and then bend your left knee in a tree pose. And now you're gonna roll slightly, sway your hips right and left. This is a tissue that we don't get to stretch enough, but it really is super important because there are a lot of attachments there that will help us to balance the hips out. Just make sure nothing is pinching. You should be right onto your bone here, between the iliacus, the hip bone, the pointy part, and then the front of your thigh a little. And I like you scraping your tissue with the ball. Sway your hip slightly to the right and to the left. Keep the pressure. And if you want a little more, maybe you can sneak that tennis ball in front of your right thigh. Just killing 2 birds at once here. It will be little, nothing crazy. Oh yeah, if you put the tennis ball, you can bend and straighten your right leg. Slowly, slow. No matter where you are, you always remember you are flossing out towards your joints. So it could be the ankle, the knee, the hip, the shoulder. Cross the ball, like the tennis ball. If you have a TikTok, your right leg in the air. You can also do like a little circle with your hips without leaving the balls, like a little hula hoop. All right, slowly come out of there. Take a moment, notice how that side feels. And slowly we'll go to the other side. So, ball goes under your waistline and hip, tall, tall, tall. Your block goes on the medium setting right below your armpit. Take your right hand behind you. Do whatever feels good with your legs, and then roll forward. And backwards. Pressure on the block. If you feel a lot, that means you need to do this more often. Forward, breathe. Back. Forward. Back. Keep the pressure, go slow. Okay, slowly release. Move the block out of your way. It's going to be your pillow. And then again, rearrange the little Pilates ball right above your hip and your waist. And this is a very important region here. So left arm underneath you, you over the ball. Maybe a tennis ball goes above your knee on the outside where you would grab your fingers. And then do whatever feels stable, okay? Each side is very different, be organic. And now you can bend your knee, you can even stack your knees together and roll over the balls. That feels good for me here, so I'm gonna do that. Just glide over the balls with knees together or not, any variation that works for you. Keep the pressure and move slow. And when you find something that tells you, I don't want you to go there, say, well, I really do. Just do it gently. Go back, tease it, and then go back, recover, and then go back again. Always remind yourself that your body is designed to heal. It's not there to punish you. Sometimes it just resists us, but you have to be persistent. And the difference between the doing and not doing, the result is enormous, enormous, either way. If you keep on backing off all the time, that whatever it is that you have is growing and growing. If you look at it and you persist, you can go and do amazing things way faster than you think. So a lot of it is also in your mindset. Breathe, roll over the balls. I really like this variation with the 2 knees, full knee on this side. Notice what your Pilates ball is doing. And the reason we're constantly trying to change it is we're trying to learn the body. We're trying to understand where we are and what works better. And then the minute you think you figured it out, your inventory changes, and then it's like, oh, I thought I knew it. And that's what keeps us curious. That's what keeps us constantly trying to figure out this magical body. Okay, now we're gonna change it up. Grab your tennis ball. Scoot your bottom leg back and your top leg forward in a tree pose. So now you're right in front of that hip. If you need to adjust the ball a little, take it down a notch if you need to, but you're right on it. And now you can take your tennis ball under your left thigh as well, somewhere, it doesn't matter where. And breathe. Bend and straighten your knee, will give you some feedback. Use deep breath when you feel sensation. Don't run away from it. Look at it. Breathe into it in small little increments. And then at the same time, notice if your body is tensing up, try to relax. All right. Good job. We could be here for another half an hour very easily. Just to remind you that typically your tissue, the show begins after 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes, your tissue is just trying to find its GPS, where am I? Hydrating the tissue, trying to get through the little noise, and then it starts to travel. The problem is that most people don't have the patience or the knowledge to even stay that long. So it's like they're almost there, but you never go there. So at home one day, maybe you stay there and you just give yourself 10 minutes. You say, I'm staying here for 10 minutes. And you'll be amazed how quickly that 10 minutes will go. All right, guys. Oh my gosh, sometimes you might even feel nauseous because there's a lot of lactic acid. Let's rinse it off. Please take the Pilates ball under your low back again. And now sway your hips right and left. Connect the right side and the left side together. Scoot your hips up a little. Just walk your body up a little so the ball is over your sacrum. Do a little hula hoop. And now that your body is hydrated, it's amazing that this little soft ball can offer us so many sensations. Lift your hips and move the ball out of your way. Lay on your back, stretch out your legs. Ah. Take a moment, hopefully your body feels grounded and energized and relaxed. Bend your knees and roll over to the side, please. Take a moment as you touch your top hand to the earth. Feel that connection. The Mother Earth is always there to support us and nurture us at the same time. Extend your top leg and push the floor, come up to a seat. We'll bring our palms together. We'll take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. And I wish you all a wonderful Tuesday. Namaste. I will see you next week. Please, if you have any concerns, if something didn't work for you, if something worked great for you, let me know, because this class is for you and for your own needs. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.